Hi, I am Akshay Baheti, and welcome to the Cafe Rongen Journal Watch, where we review certain important or interesting radiology articles. Should we do a screening CT for COVID patients? This is something which we discussed even a couple of videos earlier, but now we have Indian data which categorically provides us the answer. So, this was a study published just a couple of days ago in the European Journal of Radiology on spectrum of CT findings in COVID patients in India. But before we go to the study, let's just look at what we have right now. So, what literature tells us is that CT is extremely sensitive. In fact, many studies say it's more sensitive than RT-PCR. But this literature is mainly from high prevalence regions with overburdened systems. What literature also says that is that CT is not very specific for COVID. But what we have actually seen, particularly in places like Mumbai and Delhi, which are seeing a lot of cases, is that CT is quite specific for COVID, especially if it has the classic CORADS 4 or CORADS 5 picture. In fact, it is so specific that hospitals will accept patients having a positive CT and admit them directly into the COVID ward if the RT-PCR is not available or is it delayed. What we still don't know though is how sensitive is CT, particularly for the mild cases or the asymptomatic cases. We are also not clear on whether it has any utility for screening asymptomatic patients before hospital admissions. And this is exactly where we use CT right now in India. One, for evaluating any complications of COVID. Two, for diagnosis in symptomatic patients. And three, in many hospitals and even before many procedures, nowadays, doctors are asking for routine CT screening along with RT-PCR tests. Only if both are negative can the patient undergo the procedure. So, this was a very straightforward study. It was a prospective observational study of 147 consecutive patients with RT-PCR proven COVID-19. Only symptomatic patients were included in the study, either fever, cough, sore throat, or dyspnea. Asymptomatic patients were excluded. On an average, CT was performed around 6 days after the onset of symptoms. So, what were the results? They're quite surprising. So, the mean age of the patient's image was 41 years, which is around about what we'll see in a country like India with a predominantly young population. Very few people had comorbidities, less than 10%. Most patients had mild symptoms, while very few patients had severe symptoms like dyspnea or reduced oxygen saturation. Overall, 35% patients alone had CT abnormality. So 65% patients had a normal CT. So the CT actually was not very sensitive to catch COVID patients. The CT features are pretty much the same as other studies, so I'm not describing them. One interesting feature though was that there was segmental or subsegmental pulmonary vessel enlargement, which was seen in around 70% patients. And this was deemed to be quite specific for COVID as not described in other infections. So this is the example that the authors gave of vessel enlargement in the infected areas. So I must confess that when I first saw the result, I was quite surprised because most international studies say that CT is extremely sensitive, between 60 to 100% sensitive to detect COVID. But India is a little different. We have less case fatality, we have a large young population. So perhaps the Indian data might not really match the data in the rest of the world, especially when the data from the rest of the world mainly comes from overburdened health systems. Important to remember that authors image mainly mild cases, but also certain moderate to severe cases were included. The good thing that it was, of course, exclude all the asymptomatic cases. So then, does this actually make more sense? It is quite possible that in India, many patients have only upper respiratory symptoms, and the infection doesn't really reach the lower respiratory tract, and hence we do not see any chest findings. Most of us get very excited nowadays when we see a CT chest with COVID-like features, and that really biases us because really we do not know the denominator. Perhaps we saw two CTs which look like COVID today, but there might have been 8 other patients who we also imaged, but who did not have any CT features. So we don't know the denominator, and that is why this study is really excellent because it included consecutive patients. Because of this data is actually very strong. So I want to apply the findings of the study to this thing that many hospitals or doctors are demanding, doing both a screening CT along with an RT-PCR before a procedure. Let's assume we are in a place like Bombay or Delhi, which is around 10% COVID prevalence. Other areas will have even a lesser prevalence. And let's assume that this study is accurate. So the CT sensitivity is 35%. Remember that this sensitivity is actually for mildly symptomatic patients. We are here talking about asymptomatic hospital admissions. So actually the sensitivity might even be lower than 35%. Out of 100 patients on which we do these screening studies, only 10 will actually have COVID because that's the prevalence in this region. Because RT-PCR is sensitive around 70%, we will catch 7 of these on RT-PCR. And because CT has a sensitivity of only around 35%, amongst the remaining 3 patients, we'll be able to catch only 1 patient. So out of 100 patients who have to undergo CT screening, we will get only 1 extra patient who has COVID. Let's say that maybe we all sort of argue that the CT sensitivity is more than 35% even in asymptomatic patients. So let's make it 70%. Even then we'll catch only 2 COVID patients out of 100 CT chests. And I don't think that's really valid to do a screening. A 1 to 2% positive result is really not good enough to do CT screening. That is even in high prevalent areas. It will be much lower in the low prevalent zones. And that is what ACR also recommends, and that is what Fleischner Society also recommends. We should not be doing screening CT in asymptomatic patients. There's a practice that hospitals should stop doing. What about symptomatic patients? So here the ball game is slightly different. Again, if we assume the study to be true, CT is not very sensitive. But whether we do a CT or not, or we do any other imaging or not, depends on the availability and turnaround time of the RT-PCR test or the CBNAT test, also on the prevalence of the disease in the region. So it's a slightly more complex situation here. I talked to many people who are doing a lot of COVID studies in India, mainly Bombay and Delhi, and they all believe that the 35% figure is slightly lower than what they think. Maybe the true sensitive diagnostic CT is between 35% and the 60 to 100% that other studies claim. But either is what is clear is that normal CT really means nothing. If the patient has fever, you see CT findings, yes, it is COVID. If you do not see CT findings, that does not mean anything. We certainly need more data from India, and hopefully one of these hospitals which perform screening studies or one of the imaging centers which do a lot of CTs for symptomatic patients can publish their data. That will certainly help us. And we certainly need guidelines on what to do for areas with limiting testing availability. That is perhaps an area where imaging may play a more important role. But what is clear right now is that we should not be performing CTs on asymptomatic patients. It is not recommended by any guideline and now not recommended by Indian data as well. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Stay safe and we'll see you again soon.